Do you have problems communicating clearly in English? With just 4 simple tips, you can speak more clearly and have better English conversations. Do you want to know what the 4 tips are? If so, then let's get into it. Okay, and so the first thing I would like to talk about today is simplify your idea. So you can break your idea down into the simplest and most important point. Then organize your thoughts and give them in a clear, simple, strong sentence. If you can do this, you will be able to more confidently and clearly make what you're trying to get across to the other person. For example, if you're learning English using this video, you can break it down into, I am teaching you how to speak clearly in English like a native speaker. So you don't have to be complicated to speak in English. Just keep it simple, use what you know, and make clear communication the goal. Okay, and the second idea I would like to talk about today is prove your idea. You need to let the person know that whatever you're talking about, you can prove it to the other speaker. In the US, we are always taught to prove our point. If you are able to support what you are saying, it will show that you're fluent in English. So one of the important ways that you can show understanding is if you're able to teach it to someone else. If you can prove your ideas with examples, it will make better conversations for you because it will show that you can get your ideas across to the other person that you're speaking to. Also, if you are doing this, it's going to show that you have a clear, focused understanding of what you're trying to say. This is important for a conversation, and you can't have a great conversation if the person that you're speaking to is confused at what you're trying to say. If you are getting a puzzled look, or if the other person's face starts to glaze over, you might not be communicating your point as well as you think you are. You want to see positive head nods or phrases like, okay, I see. You want to have positive affirmation that what you are saying is being understood. An idea that the listener cares about will really stick with them. So when I do my English lessons, I usually try to tell stories about my family or my friends, things that interest me, because it's interesting for me, one thing, but also it makes it a lot more real to the listener. And you also have friends, family, and things that you're interested into, so maybe you can relate as well. And so your idea can be happy, sad, funny, or whatever, but when you're connecting what you're saying to real emotions, it just makes it more interesting and makes it easier for the listener to accept what you're saying. For example, I remember when I first came to Japan and I had to learn Japanese, it was hard. There's simple things like going to the ATM machine, not being able to read the kanji on everything. That took a toll on me, so when I'm teaching other English speakers, I can understand how you feel when you're frustrated that something's not coming as easy as it does in your native language. And by giving you examples of how I felt, maybe you will think that, wow, Akbar really understands the way I feel, and so maybe it makes it easier for you to hear my message. And this is how you want to use emotion to make the listener connect to you more. If the listener cares, the listener is going to stick around, and it's more likely that they're really going to take in and hear what you are saying. The next thing you can think about is share examples of your idea. So your story and experience make it more real for the listener. So if you hear stories about my family or me learning Japanese and the things that happened to me, it gives you an easier way to form a picture about what kind of person I am and makes you want to listen. When you're speaking to someone, they should be able to form a picture of you in their minds. They should know that Akbar's not making this up. He's had these experiences with his students. He's had these experiences trying to learn language on his own, and this is what you want your listener to connect to. If you know that I've taught similar students with similar problems to you before, you can maybe think, wow, well, someone has used these English tips before, so maybe I can make these same tips work for me. And that's the way that you want to give examples so that you can make it more real for the listener. Also, you can give people more chance to really hear your story when they can connect to the ideas and the examples that you're telling them about. So, simplify your idea, prove your idea, connect your idea to an emotion, and then share some examples of your idea. Do these things and you'll have much better, clear conversations and start sounding just like native speakers do in English. So I'm sure you do these things in your native language, so try these same things out when you're speaking in English and see how much better your English conversations improve. Okay, so I hope you got some good benefit from this video. If you did, please hit the like button down below. Also, share this with somebody that you also think it will benefit. If you're interested in more English fluency tips, how about check out this video I'll leave for you right here. I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. See you.